Testing. You guys know the drill. Let me know in the live chat if you guys can hear me a-okay. We'll be starting in around 2 minutes. Today we're going to have a more relaxed stream. Pretty much everything we discussed in yesterday's stream is panning out. Marks are looking good. I'm still bullish as usual, but yeah, a lot of nice things to be talking about or just recapping through. So we're gonna have a more of a relaxed stream today, hopefully. See you guys soon. Alright, let's get this started. Good morning, guys. My name is Sean Dexter. Welcome you back to your daily live stream, your daily Mango live stream. Today I'm hoping to have a more of a relaxed stream, mostly because there's not really much to discuss and I don't want to be regurgitating, going over the same old thing that we did yesterday, but there are a few interesting things to update you guys on. For example, Ethereum looking fabulous, had a really nice daily candle close. I was staying up last night due to other reasons and watching Ethereum simultaneously as well. I was hoping for it to give us that nice bullish candle close, and it did. Even though we had a pretty bearish weekend, Ethereum responding with strength, right? Kind of like how we expected it to. There have been very few markets that have been as in sync with as with Ethereum, right? Well, compared to Ethereum. We pretty much have been catching Ethereum's genetic footprint for a while now. Caught this entire move towards the upside. Kind of knew that something was fishy over here when we didn't see the reaction we did off this level at around the 0.05, right? It was a major resistance level that I didn't want to pay too much heed to because it was a bull market. We will go ahead and talk about it this time around though in today's video. I do want to warn you guys about this level coming up yet again. That being said, we kind of knew that, hey, you know what? It's time to be getting out of our Ethereum position. And the reason I did that was primarily because I had a massive position on Ethereum, and my primary goal was to collect Bitcoin. But for those of you who wanted to collect USD, who want to grow your USD account, Ethereum looked fine. It looked fantastic, in fact, especially if you look at Ethereum on the weekly chart. Let's go ahead and you pull up the Mango Dynamic, pull up whatever trend tools you guys use. We just came down and tested support, right? So even though the USD pairing looked fantastic, at BTC was not looking as good, right? So we're going to switch back on over here. And we didn't like the look of it, and we decided to start getting out of at Bitcoin, Ethereum BTC. However, things did start looking really, really good again over the past few weeks, and people were beginning to neglect Ethereum, and that's usually the case, right? There's a lot of hype during the initial run, people buy the top, and now when it's not been doing much, even going sideways, right, not really dumping, holding this major support line that we were looking at around the 30,000 Satoshi level. It held it for how long, guys? How long? Almost a month and a half. And by the way, we're going to be all over the place today. There's going to be no structure in today's stream because we're going to be approaching today's stream with a more relaxed approach. But I just want to highlight this to you guys. This is a really good example of why that idea that you're going to hear a lot, especially if you're new to trading, you're going to hear this idea that I completely disagree with, that hey, the more times you touch a support line, the more likely it is to break, or hey, the more times you touch a resistance line, the more likely it is to break. Now that is true, right? But it's only partly true. It's not the whole picture. There's far too many other variables that are more important than simply looking at the amount of touches, right? And this is something that we've discussed this a lot over the course. Mango has been doing these videos, but in the C program we do discuss this in more detail, and I do urge you seedlings to go ahead and revisit those modules where we do discuss these concepts. So if there's a concept that you guys have forgotten about, right, and then it reoccurs to you that hey, Sean discussed this in detail in one of the modules, go ahead and rewatch it, right? That's why you guys have lifetime access, right? Take advantage of that, right? Because far too many times I'm having discussions with seedlings and a concept comes up. I'm like, we did cover this, by the way, right? Do you remember? And the guy goes like, oh yeah, right. I should probably go and rewatch that, right? Yeah, you should rewatch it. You should rewatch the modules over and over again, actually, especially your favorite technique. If you guys are trend traders, keep watching the trend analysis module over and over again until it's all brainwashed into your mind. Completely off topic. We went on a massive tangent, but either way, right, look at the amount of times we touched it. We did not break down, we broke up, right? And that's the point over here. It's not enough to just simply look at the amount of touches a support line is getting. Anyways, we broke towards the upside, had a nice little falling wedge onto support, broke towards the upside, one of our plays, retested it, continuation, bull flag, continuation, bull flag, continuation. But now is the time to be a little bit more cautious, right? I'd be looking to perhaps add to my position if we do get a retest of this level over here, but you still want to be cautious towards the upside. Okay, I'd either buy over here more Ethereum, or buy here, or buy here, right? I'm not looking to buy in this area here. Is everything can you guys hear me? By the way, I just went on a massive rant only to now realize that maybe you guys can't hear me. So just confirm that you guys can hear me okay before I go on. All right, cool, awesome. Okay, so I did get confirmation from Matt, Julian, and Draghi. Thank you guys that you guys can hear me okay. Good to know. Okay, so Ethereum has reversed its trend, right? It essentially confirmed the trend reversal as soon as we broke this zone over here, right? As soon as we broke the zone, put it at high, and then consolidated a really nice bull flag against this major resistance line that was pretty key for us on the way towards the downside as well, right? Well, we broke that towards the upside. Now we moved really quickly to our next major zone. This was the major zone right over here at around 0.039681 Satoshi, right? So 0.04 Satoshi, you could say around 40,000 Satoshi being the major zone that we were looking for Ethereum to retake. It put in a really bullish consolidation against it. More so, it did it while the rest of the market was dumping. To me, all of those were signs of strength. While the markets were dumping, even in the Grove chat, I had mentioned to you guys, do not get fixated on the altcoins you guys are usually trading, right? Do not marry a coin. Right now, during this dump, look to shuffle, look to reallocate, look to reposition, because the market will give you clues even in dire times. When things are bad, right, that's when the markets are actually giving you the most information, because it's telling you which markets are willing to see a bid, or where the bidders are showing up, right? Where are people coming in to buy? Because you don't need to go and follow the fundamentals of every asset. You don't need to follow the news. You don't need to have insider news, because the people who are doing it, the people who are spending the time doing it, the people who have massive research teams, they are good at that, okay? And they will bid their information. They will put in the buy orders. You just need to spot it and then ride the trend, right? Do it the mango way. And we noticed that, hey, Ethereum not only reversed its trend, but now it's catching a bid when the markets are dumping. There are a couple of others that were catching a bid as well. You guys got to find that. Keep your eyes open. You're not going to catch them all. That's why it's good to have a community. You will learn from each other, share information, etc. So Ethereum did get picked up really well, broke past a major resistance, and now we're looking towards our next resistance level. So let's zoom out a little bit. I'm going to switch on over to the weekly. Right over here, you guys are seeing that this level here at 0.43526 is our newest weekly resistance, because that's what we came up against, right? This isn't something else I've been talking about recently, where Ethereum puts in these bull flags on the weekly time frame and doesn't see continuation. Unfortunately, it happened yet again. Bull flag, broke down. Bull flag, broke down. Over here too was a bull flag, broke down. Ethereum consistently does this, only to come in, put in a rounded formation later into the months, into the weeks, and then break towards the upside, right? Over here too, rounded, broke up, rounded, broke up. But looking for something like that again. The question is, how aggressive is it going to be? Is it going to be, because each time it's getting a little bit more sudden, right, the breaks. So we do have new weekly resistance put up at 0.045. More importantly though, we have historical monthly resistance coming up right over here. The chart's a bit messy, I do apologize, at around 0.043, so 0.044, let's round up, 0.44. That is monthly resistance, which we did smack up against last time around, right? The market clearly wanted to respect that monthly level right over there. We smacked up against it twice, got rejected both times, and it does look like we're coming up to test it one more time. However, the markets may make things a little bit easy for us this time around. Why? Because we have only 9 days left before the month closes. If Ethereum can close that monthly candle above 0.043658 Satoshi, I will be looking to add to my position. I will be looking to strengthen my Ethereum position. But if we reject it one more time, we may break it towards the middle of next month, towards the first week. That will make things a lot more difficult to play. But we'll have to be patient regardless, right? So the easiest trade right now is that Ethereum clears those levels within the next week or two, and then closes the month above there as well. Oh, I can't reach. Oh, can I please move the Mango chat to another location? Okay, yeah. Apologies. Let me try doing that. Where is it right now? Chat box. Okay. Where should I put it, guys? Top left hand corner? Bottom? Where do you guys want me to put it? Hey Siddharth, how's it going, man? Obina's in here too. We have Old Man. We have Avi as well. How's it going? How's it going, guys? How's it going? Good to see you. Bob is in here too, guys. Bitcoin is a massive conspiracy, he says. Wake up. Is it just coincidence that the ticker BTC and the phrase bullishness to continue have not have the same meaning? I think not. Same beginning letters. Bob. Always a pleasure to have you in here, man. How's it going, Ken? Bob always makes it to the streams if I show up at this time slot. Lunamia says, just here to stop by and say hey, and like, I'm off to bed. I'll watch you guys when I wake up. Oh, okay. Sleeping on time, eh, this time around? Lunamia has insomnia issues. She stays up like 2 days in a row and then sleeps like weird timings. Good to see that she's fixing that. Emily Rose says, please would you talk me through your thoughts on TRX? I really don't want to be going through too many. Okay, maybe we'll go through how about this, remind me in around 5 minutes. I want to go through Bitcoin first, and then perhaps XRP, then Cardano, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at TRX. We just covered Ethereum across Canada. You missed it, man. I started this entire stream with Ethereum. You skip bed to watch me, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. You deserve 10 mangoes for that. And good morning right back at you, Abdullah. So I'm really like Ethereum. If you're playing Ethereum on the USD pairing, you guys know my thoughts, right? I've done 2 videos on Ethereum, daily videos. I recommend you guys go ahead and watch it. It was a couple of days ago. If you guys are playing Ethereum, the Bitcoin pairing is a little bit more complicated. But for the USD pairing, everything is going according to plan. Remember, we started really adding to our USD trade right over here around 1780. Started getting really interested. And since then, we had targets of around 2,500, which we've already hit. My next target is going to be around 3,000, and then my eventual target before I reassess the USD pairing is going to be around 3,500. So things are going great over there. Ethereum has been the easiest trade if you want to play the weekly time frame. Just look at that. Look at that. It's been so neat, so neat. People have just been really impatient. I have been impatient, but with a plan. I've been deliberately impatient because I don't want to be risking my Bitcoin, right? As a huge portion of my Bitcoin was in my Ethereum trade. Please speak Tagalog. Will do, man. Next stream. Hey Andrew, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you here. How's the mangoes? The mangoes are great. Kishore was actually eating mangoes last night. Sean dropped a DM via Discord. Please have a look when you're free. Yeah, man. I'll get through my DMs in right after the stream. I'll take a break after the stream and get to. They're piling up. Once they get out of control, they tend to get out of control, and then I lose them too because I read them, and it's a lot more difficult to mark them as unread on Discord compared to Telegram, right? So then I gotta go through all my PMs and make sure I didn't miss any. That's freaking awesome, Bob. Yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about Cardano. I'm really liking Cardano. I've been so patient with this trade, and hey, it looks like our patience may be seeing some. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm losing my English today. We are being rewarded for our patience, it seems like. Okay, so let's go ahead and mark out this major zone that I've been looking at. Some of you have asked me where I got the zone from. It is from the weekly time frame, guys. Just zoom out, you're going to see that I marked out this bear flag breakdown all the way back from around 2018 July zone. So we broke down and boom, right over there. You see weekly Z, right? Weekly zone right over there. So now we're come up against the top of the zone, the resistance. We tested the bottom of it. We broke into it last week. So for the most part, the last like month or so, we've been living underneath that zone. You guys do remember that retest of that level and rejection was where I was like, I'm not liking Cardano. But now, I do want to get patient with it. I do want to wait and see how it develops. And I was patient with it for the longest time until it broke into the zone. We tested the bottom of the zone and saw a nice reaction of it. And, well, now we're testing the top of the zone again. I want to see this break the zone over here on the weekly time frame. If we do that, I'll be looking for a move all the way up over here to around 2,900 Satoshi. So that's a 26% move. Don't forget my DM, Sean. Oh, did you DM me? I thought, okay. I don't see anything from you, man. I'll check my PMs though. The bartender was so cool. Yeah, you got to tip that, man. You got to tip that. I don't know about where you're at, but the culture in Canada, the waitress / bartending culture is a little bit toxic, especially in Montreal. It was the worst I've ever seen. Really toxic, really entitled, right? Really bad service. And they expect massive tips even regardless of the service, right? It's like their entitlement. And when you visit other countries and you get such great service and they don't expect any tip whatsoever, right? In fact, when you tip, I've been to countries where I tip and they deny the tip. They're like, no. It's just such a different experience. So after 11 to 12 years in Canada, it was refreshing to see the complete opposite behavior. Is there an options module in Seed? No, there's going to be an options. I need to make an entire dedicated course for options, and there will be like an introductory to options kind of module. Like, it's not going to be just options, so it's going to be like options, futures, and other derivative products to kind of help the seedlings understand the basic ideas. But that I'll be putting that up most likely when the options course is being developed as well. So much like the seed program, which is constantly in development, right? Constantly adding more modules over time. The options course also will never be complete entirely, right? I'll constantly be adding more material. Because I don't believe that I will ever stop learning to be able to stop teaching, right? Even when it comes to traditional markets and not trading without options, I'll always be learning something new and I want to teach it. Hey Stan, how's it going, man? Good to see you in here, buddy. You have another seedling in here, Stan 13. And by the way, Stan, thank you for sharing your opinion and thoughts on the entire idea on whether someone should quit their job and how they should quit their job to start trading full time. That was some really good thoughts that you put down there, man. So here's the thing about Cardano. Let me try and pull up. I think I have another chart drawn. Yeah, there you go. There's another way to look at this, guys. If you're not looking at the weekly zone that I just marked out, you guys can look at it this way, right? You're range bound between 3,000 Satoshi-ish, give or take, and around 2,000 Satoshi-ish, give or take. So there's a 1,000 Satoshi range over here for Cardano. And we have a ascending triangle. Or you could look at this as a symmetrical triangle, if you want to, right? That is forming over here. I'm looking at it as a ascending triangle because it's just easier to trade, but it does line up. The way it's being put together at the moment, the break is going to line up with both the ascending and the symmetrical triangle. It's amazing how these things work. But I've been looking at this for a while, so. Look at that. High lows, high lows, high lows, high lows. This is more bullish than it is bearish in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, and my opinion doesn't mean anything, guys. Oh, how is it over there, man, Stan? Are the lockdown rules like a little bit more free over there, or is it really tight over there too? Wi-Fi? Yeah, man, we can take a look at Wi-Fi. I need to go over TRX in first before I do Wi-Fi because somebody asked for TRX. Oh, damn. That's unfortunate to hear. How about Dubai and Abu Dhabi? Are the rules similar? Hey Peter, how's it going, man? Looking forward to the options future part. Think it's an important part for risk management. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'd actually started on building the options course. I actually do have content already for the course, but well, the markets happened, right? And ever since like the combination of everything, right? Bitcoin breaking out of a major zone, COVID, blah blah blah. This got way too busy with actually trading than to build the course. Building the course, especially, you guys know how I put real effort and love into building those modules, right? So I don't want to half-ass it just to get it out there. I want to do it right. This is something else that I want to be everlasting, right? So I need to really be able to find some time in the market where, you know, the markets aren't as exciting essentially, and there's not much trading to be done. And yeah, I think maybe the bear market or towards the end of the bull market, when people are way too bullish and I won't be trading as much, right? That's when I'll start building the options course, or rather completing it. What is the Fibonacci? I don't use Fibonacci's as much, man, but it's really straightforward. Let's go ahead and take a look at TRX, and then we can come back to XRP, because somebody asked for it. I don't want to forget. I'll likely forget if I wait too long. TRX on the Bitcoin pairing. On the USD pairing is broken out. On the Bitcoin pairing, has some ways to go. Still putting in a low high, but it has broken back into the structure over here, which is good. It's a little bit ugly on the weekly. Not liking it much. Resistance on the monthly. That's probably what you want to look at. Yeah, that's major resistance. Major resistance. If it does break past this level over here, I'll be looking for a move all the way to around 337 Satoshi. So major resistance on the monthly. We are closing the month, guys, in 9 days, so don't ignore the monthly time frames. USD pairing broke out of our zone over here. Continuation. Not much to be said other than that. 4 time frame looking. You don't want to be playing the lower time frames on this one. It clearly had a uptrend, broke down. Now it's likely going to have a downtrend. Maybe onto support. How deep does it come though? 9 cents? Perhaps 10 cents. Remember, the high time frames are on an uptrend on TRX USD. So, but keep in mind, again, monthly resistance on the Bitcoin pairing. That could mean a lot of things though. Was it hard to load or something, Ashok? How's it going though? Good to see you in here, Ashok. Wi-Fi with the 2 eyes. Oh, okay, it's a good thing you mentioned that. I would have forgotten otherwise. Let's go ahead and take a look. It's an ugly chart, man. It's in a downturn. It's just been dumping ever since it came out. It might be rounding off over here though, but I wouldn't risk it. There's better charts to be trading. You'll be gambling on this chart more than trading. I wouldn't trade this. It's a definition of garbage until it's not. It's going to be garbage until it's not garbage. As simple as that. Right, breaks above the zone over here. Maybe then be interesting. I wouldn't touch this until it breaks above the zone. I'd rather buy something that's higher than lower. Quite frankly, in a bull market, you don't need to touch this at all. It doesn't matter. You don't need to look at the USD pairing. If the USD pair, if it's doing this against Bitcoin, like, just be in Bitcoin. Why look at the USD pairing? Like, so you'll be in something that's far more liquid and something that you can hold for a longer time. We're stuck in office until now, says Ashok. Oh, okay, I see. Office meetings. Yeah, I was wondering. I thought you worked from home. Not bearish on Bitcoin. Please analyze BTC. I did. Luana. That's a beautiful, beautiful name, by the way. I did cover Bitcoin yesterday. I gave you guys my thoughts in like a proper, structured way. I suggest watching yesterday's stream. You'll get a better idea on my thoughts on Bitcoin. I gave you guys the bearish case and the bullish case. And I told you guys why I'm trading the bullish side, right? So yesterday's video will be really helpful for those of you who want to learn how to trade, because you need to look at both sides of trading. I also recommend watching the stream from 2 days ago, where I discussed how I managed my trade from around here, from around 60,000, 59,000. How I managed that loss specifically, and how now I added to my trade based on my thesis that we might bounce here. I could be wrong though, right? I gave you guys the bullish case and the bearish case. Yeah, Bob, it's more than sickening to me. It's actually very, very frustrating, because it is so easy for a scammer to make an ID that is literally the name of the channel. It's literally the freaking name of the channel, Mango Research. It has my icon, has Mango Research's icon. It has, it literally is the same thing. There's no way whatsoever for a normal person, for a real person, to know whether Mango Research is the real person speaking to them, or if it's a fake account, right? All they need to do is highlight, at the very least, highlight the real Mango Research, or the channel creator, the owner of the channel, with a big blue sign, right? And so just giving us a small, they give us a small gray highlight or something like that. Like, it's not easy at all for someone to know whether they're actually talking to a real Mango Research account or the fake Mango Research account. And by that notion, why is it so easy for someone to even do that? It's really frustrating. NRG BTC on KuCoin. Let's try. If it breaks this level over here, it's consolidating. It could turn around. It could also come back down to the bottom of the range over here, man. Yeah, you can join the mangoway.com/discord. Look at that. There's a guy on here right now with the name Mango Research on the chat. Are you guys seeing this? It's ridiculous. Holy crap. Look at that. The fact that it is so easy for them to do this is ridiculous. Mango Research was hidden by Mango Research. It's ridiculous. It's still consolidating, Nantha. Remember, Ethereum, resistance overhead. Be careful. All they need to do is a freaking regex match on whether someone commenting is using the same ID as the channel creator, right? And flag that comment. Period. It's so freaking easy. You can't join the Discord? I'm gonna type the link down for you, man. Try that. Let me know if it works. Yeah, reporting to YouTube doesn't work. Like, it's useless, man. It's like a full-time job just to maintain those comments and manage those comments. So many fake comments. Sand USDT, didn't that one pump really hard? And oh wait, never mind. Okay, never mind, did. And then dumped, yeah. Well, it's not looking the best over here, but that could be because of Bitcoin, right? It's still sitting on support though. Yeah, this one had a nice leg up after it broke out this level over here. Did give you a chance to get in. Yeah, it did. That was a good trade right there. Retest, close above, continuation. So now it's going to be forming a structural consolidation over here, and that's the next trade above 80 cents, perhaps to $1. Discord link isn't working. Jesus. Let me try. It's saying it's working for me. I'll just go ahead and create a new link for you guys regardless. That link should work. It'll work for another 7 days. Shitcoin alert. Alright, let's go ahead, take a look. I think Krisha is looking at it too. Horizontal should be there. It's against resistance, man. The chart does not look very tempting to me. These wicks over here are actually pretty scary. So, but I'm not sure whether it was too new back then. Nah, they're better trades, man. It's against resistance on both time frames, on both pairings, USD and Bitcoin. Your last comment must have been hidden. I don't think so, Bob. It just never showed. I don't think the mods are gonna be blocking your comments, and if they did, I'd see it over here. So that's really weird. I don't know what's going on. CHZ is doing well, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at XRP. So the good thing about XRP is, and I did post a update for all of you guys in the Mango C program, essentially in the altcoin section. But essentially what I'm looking at over here is the daily dynamic. It's working out just like we thought it would, right? So the daily dynamic. Okay, let's start. Let's start piece by piece. I was looking for yesterday's candle to close above the daily dynamic, and we got that. However, even though we got that, I'm not looking for immediate continuation, and that's primarily because on, well, the daily, we do have resistance coming in right over here on the op dot. So Mango dynamic is also showing resistance, but even on the lower time frames, we do have structural resistance right over here. Mango dynamic is highlighting it over here as well, but you don't really need it, right? You can just clear out everything, turn on your horizontals, and you're going to see that we're putting in a structure over here that kind of looks like a falling channel or falling broadening channel. Call it what you will, doesn't really matter. But the horizontal is what matters to me over here. That is resistance that we come up against. We did get rejected against it. This is what I posted to the seed on the private chat. But I do think that this will eventually get picked up. If we put on the Ichimoku, we're going to see it lines up with that too. We have the Kijun resistance. We do have support over here on the cloud. We may wick down and test the Tenkin, but we may not. We don't need to. Right? We do have 21 EMA support lining up with the top of the cloud as well. So I do like that for resistance, or rather support. We may put in a higher low on the Tenkin though. So keep an eye out for that. Maybe between the Tenkin and the 21 EMA. And then continue the trend. Essentially, the most bullish case over here is this falling channel, broadening channel, whatever you want to call it, has continuation towards the upside to test at least around 2,900 Satoshi. So that's what I'm looking at for XRP. That's going to put the weekly into the cloud, which is going to have continuation all the way to the top of the cloud. That's where it gets really, really interesting. It's important to note that XRP BTC on Poloniex is already within the cloud, and XRP BTC on Poloniex has more history. This is indicating a move all the way to around first target of around 5,000 Satoshi. XRP USD, yeah, let's go take a look. Fianshu Tambi. A lot of you have really cool names. XRP USD saw a pullback from the major $2 psychological level and come back down to test major levels on the trend indicators on the Ichimoku, your Tenkin, your 21 EMA Kijun. That was a really easy buy for a scalp at the very least, right? So this is looking very similar to what we had on the pullback before we got to these levels, around here actually. You guys do remember we talked about how this was a really good scalp trade, and we were looking for the bounce, consolidation, and continuation. Now something very, very similar. However, this time around it may take a little bit longer. We may have a more rounded formation, or I may be surprised with this move and we may have a V bottom up, right? Either way, I'm positioned for a eventual bullish continuation on this. Until we lose this zone over here, I will not be looking for any downside move. The USD pairing on the dynamic is not looking as good as the Bitcoin pairing, right? This is where the Ichimoku differs from the dynamic, and I'm playing this on the Bitcoin pairing, so that's why I'm still bullish. But if I was playing this on the USD pairing, I would not be looking for consolidation over here until we actually, or rather continuation over here, until we break the $42 level towards the upside. That being said, keep in mind that the bottom of the cloud is providing support over here, so I'd be keeping that in mind as well if I was playing this on the USD. So we're stuck in a range, we're squeezing. Break this towards the downside, I'd be looking for a move all the way down to around $1. Break this towards the upside, I'd be looking for the highs to get tested again at $2. Did I review BNB? No, I have not covered BNB yet, man. You go take a look at BNB, and then I think I'll wrap up for today. We're already at 1 hour and don't want to be spending too much time in today's stream. Late to the party. Have I looked at H-bar? No, I haven't looked at H-bar yet. Hey Garima, how's it going? Good to see you in here again. Every day she's here. Every day. Love the eagerness to learn, Garima. Second consecutive day here, says Gurp Chirp. Best crypto channel by far. Hey, that's really sweet of you to say. Make sure to hit the like and the subscribe and the notification, blah, blah, blah. You guys know the drill. Let's go and take a look at BNB for Stan the Man. USDT. Oh, yeah, USDT. I really like BNB, by the way. I was talking about BNB either on Seed or to Krisha, and I really like the way it was putting in that structure. That a lot of the bullish coins, no, it was on the live stream here yesterday, right? We akined it a lot to what CHZ did, the entire fingerprint of what it was doing, and essentially bullish channel towards the downside, broke towards the upside, looking to test the highs over here, and it did that. However, BNB is looking even stronger than CHZ on that note because the rejection wasn't as strong, right? It's still consolidating, putting in high lows against that resistance line over here. And once it does that, if we see 12-hour candle closes above this line here, about $600, which was my major level, right? All the way from around $300. Our target was 600. Well, we're consolidating against it now again. This is looking really good. I'll be looking for this to see continuation if we start closing candles above here, and I think we are likely to do that. Would I be looking to be a buyer here? No. BNB will surprise you and suddenly make a move towards the downside to test these levels. So be careful. I've been victim to that, where I got a little bit too eager on my BNB buys all the way back when BNB was trading at around 17.20. It turned out fine either way, but I could have had, because I was in a trend trade, it did not matter, but I could have had a better buy, right? So I wouldn't be a buyer here. I'd be a buyer either higher or lower. All right, guys, I'll be wrapping up now. Any final questions? SPY pulling back. Hey, Wolvie's here. How's it going, Wolvie? Man, it's been so long since I've seen you, bud. How you been? Obina has been awesome. Thank you so much, Obina, for helping out with the stream. Thank you as well, old man, if you're still here. And yeah. YFI USD making pennant on the... Oh, you mean pennant on the weekly? CAC is looking good, guys. Holding that weekly trend line. I'll be keeping an eye on this one. Looks like it wants to test here to 65 cents again. And that's likely going to lead to a break towards the upside and continuation. Keep an eye on that. Rune looking good as well. I did take a position off this one, by the way, on the test of the dynamic. I told you guys about this one yesterday. So far looking good. I want to see further upside though. Wow, nice, Stan. Good trade, man. Good trade. Yeah, Bob. Wrapping up just as you exit. Maybe that's the reason I'm wrapping up, because I know that you're done. I hope everything's a-okay, Wolvie. By the way, Wolvie, do you play Catan? Vishal just downloaded Catan. So we need a third player. So it's going to be me, you, Vishal, and perhaps Krisha join us too this evening for some Catan. I can't handle this light anymore, man. It's freaking killing me. I gotta reduce it or something. Okay, that's much better. Whoa. Sean is secretly a wizard or mind reader. The latter. Nice, let's play today, if you're down. IOTA. I'll take a look at IOTA, Andrew, before I head out. I keep saying that, and I'm going to end up being here for another hour. It's always the case. IOTA is looking freaking fantastic, man. Freaking fantastic. It gave us a really nice retest of the zone that we were looking at. I think I posted the shot on... I did, right? On Mango Seed. We got a really nice retest, got picked up really well. The bulls are clearly, or rather the market is respecting that level. It's really good to see. I think this is going to be a really good trade in the long term. We are at resistance though, weekly resistance overhead at around 4389. I'm liking this one. This could have a big move. I bought all the expansions so I'm playing it on CatanUniverse.com. It's so much easier and they've done such a great job with the online version, man. Bob, you really need to check it out. You could join us too, right? And kick our asses if you play it all the time. But they've done such a good job with the game online. I think they're using tabletop as the engine for the game, and they've kind of skinned it for themselves, but it's done so well, so much fun to play. So I just bought the entire package. I think I have Cities at Night, Seafarers, and the Viking expansion or something like that. Just the game set. But the base game is free online. So for those of you wondering, you guys don't need to pay for the entire expansion. It's only like $20, I think. Either way, like people, people are so picky to pay $20 or $50 when it comes to games. But even though a game is going to give you like almost lifetime value, right? You can keep playing it over and over and over and over and over again. So like hundreds of hours of value. They'll hesitate to pay for the game. But when it comes to going out and spending like $100 on just one night, right? They'll do it like that. So think about the value you get from a game and its long-term value versus the amount you spend. Like the thing is, like I feel like games are stupidly cheap for the value they give us, man. Stupidly cheap. All right. Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you, Wolvie. Let us know, man. I was gonna PM you, but yeah, let us know on the chat. Yeah, no, I'm so sure you're gonna make us look bad. But hey, man, we don't care. At Mango, we are the best losers you'll ever find. We're champion losers. We take our losses with pride, as long as we're having fun and learning from it. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the stream, guys. Quick analysis, or rather wrap up of what we're looking at. I'm still bullish until we hold these major, or rather lose these major levels over here on the weekly time frame. Bitcoin is still holding the weekly dynamic levels. It's still holding those daily levels that we've been talking about as well. Daily Kijun, remember, is what we are looking at. So daily Kijun is the bull case, along with the 3-day Tenkin 21 EMA coming in right over there. That's the bull case. We also have the bear case going against us. We've lost the 2-day Tenkin, 2-day 21 EMA. The measured move of the rising channel looks like it's meeting perfectly with the freaking Kijun on mark. So that's the bear case over there. This is probably what the bears are looking at, and that could very well pan out. I will be managing my risk accordingly. We also do have daily dynamic that's not looking too good at all. Again, bear case. We're sitting in the middle of the range though, right? We do have support underneath over here at around 50,000, and we do have resistance over here at 60,000. I'll be looking to add to my position once we retake those levels. But yeah, Let's see what happens. Is this a bear flag, or is this a rounded consolidation that breaks up yet again? We are playing the trend. The bears have failed to continue any bear moves towards the downside, any consolidations towards the downside. So we just keep playing that towards the upside. Chip says, I spend most of my time reporting comments these days instead of watching the videos. Man, I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. Like throughout the day, I'm getting notifications of Mango Research has replied to so-and-so person saying, join me on WhatsApp or contact me on WhatsApp for financial advice. Jesus Christ. Bob says he's a terrible loser, so we have to let him in. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Today was a lot more relaxed. I did enjoy today's stream more than usual because of that. But I'm also really tired because the light is getting to my head now. That being said, make sure to join the live Discord, the chat, where you guys can talk to us live at themangoway.com/discord. I'm going to go ahead and paste the link to the Discord again, the direct link. It should be active for 7 days. Yeah. So with that, make sure you guys do it the Mango way, do it the stress-free way. I will see you guys in tomorrow's live stream. Krisha is likely going to be doing a daily video today, so stay tuned for that as well. Ciao. I'm still sitting here doing nothing. Boom.